It's Keaton here with another video. Today I'll be, teaching about how to use pencil crayons. And I'm gonna show you some things that people may never knew about this technique. So I'm gonna show various techniques of the pencil crayons and how to use it, or how you can improve your skill in using pencil crayons. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and hope you enjoy. Sit back, relax the video, and yeah. So of course we're gonna have our sketchbook here. The pencil crayons I'm using are Prism colors. These are pretty expensive. Doesn't matter what pencil crayons you have. It kind of, because you'll notice, like when I start using mine, it'll be smooth and stuff like that, because it's a higher, it's a more professional brand. But find, if it doesn't work, find another way, because I think there's different types of pencil crayons, and then they may work different. So just keep in mind that they may not blend smoothly because of the product, or keep in mind. But but it doesn't mean that you can achieve a really good pencil crayon drawing. You can always achieve that with any materials. It doesn't matter if it's cheap or expensive, right? So you can always make an artwork that looks good, right? So yeah. So only have a limited color, so you'd be wondering, oh, I do have more colors, but they're just so messy. As an artist, it's studios always messy and stuff. But yeah. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna draw an eye here. Now I'm gonna show you how to blend and what things you should look out for. So I'm just gonna draw an eye quickly here. So nice thing about pencil crayons that they give texture to a certain type of paper, like watercolors paper. You give that little it doesn't you can experiment on your paper you want, and you can see I know watercolor paper isn't for the pencil crayons, but just saying, if you're looking for different textures, it doesn't. I like mixed media. I don't have a mixed media paper because I think I'm planning to get it soon. I'm just gonna have a normal sketchbook, but yeah, you can notice maybe it looks different. So just keep in mind of what type of paper you're using. So yeah. There. So blending. How do I blend? And I wish I can zoom this in. I'm gonna do one eye here because that looks far away. I'm gonna do one over here. Cool. Just there you go. There you go. Use a little bit of tweaking here. The eye. There you go. So how to blend. So you can grab your two colors. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna choose two complementary colors, red and blue. They work great. So what you're gonna do is, and keep in mind, don't press too hard because pencil crayons are really soft. It can break very easily. And it's kind of pain of sharpening them. I mean, look at this one. You know how many times I have to sharpen this thing? So just keep in mind, don't press too hard. So I just fill a little bit darker, and as you gotta find a line where you want to blend in. Like, you know what I mean? Like the crossing line. So, for example, if this is the part I want to start adding another color, so I'm just gonna start kind of get lighter. I'm not gonna press as hard. I'm just gonna go lighter. Now, like over, go over the line a little bit with the blue, but not too much. Do it lightly, and then grab the same. You can grab another color, do the same thing. Press a little bit hard, and it's like shading. Thinking as a shading, and then basically shading. So press a little bit harder. And I'm gonna go a little bit soft. I'm just gonna softly blend. And what I like, it doesn't look blended, so I can switch between two colors. I'll go back to blue, just blend in there, go back to the red, blend a little bit more. Just go back and forth if you're not satisfied with the results. Once I'm satisfied with the results of the blending here, I am. So you see, it's kind of. I know you can't see it too well, but I'll show you a square box here. Just, yeah. So I'm just gonna say shading. Just go off. And that's the technique there. So it's just like, and if you're in art school, like they teach you shading, so that's basically the same thing. Go lightly. Yeah. And then you see it looks really cool. It's like gradient. So you're creating like gradients, hard gradients. And that's how you achieve that. And another thing here is that you have white. And sometimes you might be thinking, how does white just usually, it's like how do because I only have limited colors, right? So you can create tints. So a tint is when you add a white color to, a tint is when you add white to a color, so that makes it lighter. So that's a tint. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna choose a different color just for fun. Blue, and this aqua blue. I think this aqua is kind of green. Oh, it is agro move. Who are the names these colors? But yes, colors are, like I said, colors are, if you're an artist and you might see like a really grab a color. Let's see. I don't know, you got like sunset yellow. Like, I don't know what you call it, is mustard yellow. So you're basically like describing. That's why they name on those. So yeah, just keep in mind. It's just a fun fact, really. So I'm just gonna apply white. You see what I did there? It just turns lighter. And same thing for this. This is really great if you have a limited of colors you want to add. a little bit of value. So yeah. So just out a bit of light, so a bit of light blue. You may get a little bit on your pencil crayon, so grab it like a little, just a scrappy piece of paper beside you, and just because I don't want any leftover colors coloring on your other art, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I'm just color this in. If you have any questions about pencil crayons, you can comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah. Another thing is that you can use pencil crayons is that with I think there's alcohol markers. Obviously I don't have alcohol markers, but you can use them, as I do have acrylic markers, so you can use them as acrylic markers. I'm gonna find the color that I am drawing here. That was I just in there. Right. Okay, I'm just gonna go for this green. Again, I know this is an ugly color for this eye. Just a little doodle here. Right, 5, 1, 2. Fill this in, right, with acrylic markers. The great thing about this, of pencil crayons, is that you can kind of blend. So I'm just gonna grab I'm just reminding you, you can use multiple mediums in art, and it kind of gives that, when I blend, it's not blending, but when I put it on top of the acrylics, it kind of gives this really cool, I don't know, texture, that rough. And it might be the paper isn't, so yeah, just keep in mind. That's why I said in the beginning, like, test different papers, see which ones you like. Right? See how it's different. Another thing is that, like, you can, with the white, you can go on top of the acrylic markers, stuff like that. Really helpful. That's what I like about these color pencils, the Prism colors. They give you blending, really, really good blending. I know it's a really ugly eye, really ugly colors, but yeah. I'm just gonna draw a face and show you, because it's hard for me to like explain how these color pencils, because those are just really basic, I guess, like how to use like blending. There's other things you can do, so I'm just gonna show you in this drawing that I'm gonna do. So yeah, so I'm gonna use acrylic markers and pencil crayons. Keep in mind, if you're gonna sharpen, this is just, you'll thank me later. Don't use one of those close sharpeners, if you know what I mean, in the container. Like the ones, like, in school you use, the plastic, I don't know what they're called, sharpeners. And okay, use a metal one or a plastic, specifically like this. It has no, I guess, enclosure to it. You can see, it's the best thing about this is the sharpener. You can see the length of, so you can see how much you want to sharpen off, and it's better that way, because I find the little container sharpeners, they tend to break or get stuck in the, and then this break gets really sensitive. So yeah, if you don't have it, it's all good, but you could do like find or buy this. This will help you. It's really good. So just another thing to keep in mind. But yeah. Another thing you can use pencil crayons for is no, you don't have to use like a pencil, right? You can just, that's the fun thing about that. You can add colors like I did this drawing. I was just doing an art study here. I know it's not perfect, but using pencil crayon for the outline, and I just covered it with black. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna do it like that. So I'm just gonna draw a face here, just random. What I like about pencil crayons is that they're vibrant and they're pretty different. I don't usually use it all the time, but I think it's great for if you want realistic, like a realistic artwork, or you want to, I won't say these are necessary good for like traveling with you, I'm being honest, because they are sensitive a little bit. When you press a little bit hard, then they break easily. But like, they're really fun. You can achieve that almost a comic like, in comic books they have, right? But apart from that, I think they're really great. So I'm just drawing a little quick draw. That's the one thing I like about these two, is that if you have a small sketchbook, you can do these messy, because you can see I'm doing like a really messy kind of drawing here. And that's like about what I like about these, because it's also used for studies. I think art studies are great, because I did this study because I was trying to draw Mad Max for the movie, and then I was like struggling on drawing Tom Hardy's face, and I was like, oh, okay, why don't I trace the drawing? And that's another thing people get wrong, copying. People think, oh, artists, I just can't copy, or it's kind of cheating. Don't copy, obviously, but that's how you like learn. So just like copy and then do your own drawing on another piece of paper, but don't say this is your artwork. This is just like studying, right? So I traced the image, and I was studying, so I was breaking up into shapes. You see the size of the hair, the volume, how big the lips are, and then just studying. Okay, you got more almond-like eyes. And then it's breaking, because I use different colors, different chunks of it. Right? I use blue for the hair. I don't know, you can see because I use green here too. But it's useful. Like, so I'm using blue for the hair. And it's really nice to have that. Chunks breaking into chunks it's just so nice. Instead of like going for what you're doing. But yeah, I would definitely recommend you use pencil crayons, have fun. I know it's gonna be frustrating just doing like sharpening, but yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about these. Is that you gotta sharpen and you gotta restart, and it's like, well, that's what I need. But I'll show you an example of blending I did. It's my wall. See if I can take it down here. This was watercolor paper, graffiti, the Bronx. So see how I blended those colors? I know it's really smooth. This is a different type of paper, like I said. Just watercolor paper, I was able to. Another thing, I know I say you don't press too hard, but you gotta press. Sometimes you gotta press it really hard to get color or smudge, right? And then that's like sometimes you can go light, but yeah. But I didn't really want to break because I can feel they're kind of breaking. Some color this in. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. Why? Yeah. So I gotta press really hard. You're not too hard. Not at the point you're gonna break it. No. There. See. You can use your fingers kind of. I won't use. I would recommend using your fingers. But yeah. I think that's one thing I didn't say. What I didn't mean for the other one. Other one. Here is that. I mean, that looks good. But maybe just press a little bit harder. Don't too. But when you, that's like the beginning stage I would say, and after. That's why I said do it over and over until you like it, right? Because I didn't. Because sometimes it'll break your paper. Break your pencil. And you have to sharpen again. That's why I said. And that's why I said that. Because if you're wondering, oh, why did it not blend? I'll do it over and over. So that's why I just said push a little bit of pressure, but not to the point that you're gonna break it. So yeah. Just gonna finish this, and then we're done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit of information, but something I just want to talk about. And see, you can see it just gives that really unique look of like. Also keep in mind, use complementary colors and just have fun, really. Like what I'm doing now. It's like looking at colors and just seeing which ones fit. Fit well, the paint for this drawing here. Shading. And then you can always go over with, with pencil crayons or pens. But yeah, that's all for this video. Another thing, I forgot, I don't know. Things here. But yeah. I know it's very simple. Yeah, you might get it first, but don't get frustrated. going over, like I said, over and over until you get it, and then press a little bit harder if you need to. Depends what color pencils you have. Some don't work too well, some work really well. So see what will happen, and then yeah. Hope you enjoy this video. This is my drawing. Here, a person. This is really great if you want. You don't want to use pencils. Like it's boring. You want to add some colorful, but you don't want to color in. You just want to color some parts. That's a really great way. Right. Or trace study, chunk the hair by a different color, or just using a general. Right. So you use different types, like acrylic mark, alcohol markers. I've never done that because I never own acrylic alcohol markers. Don't get mixed up because they blend really well. I would recommend going to Scott Sava's YouTube channel because he really explains well about using alcohol markers and pencil crayons. So check out him if you're wondering about the alcohol markers. I might have to get them and review them because I never used them. But yeah, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.